Initially, I used to always defend evolution because I thought, okay, it's not 100% factual, but it's just not a regular uneducated belief. It's an educated belief, hence the name theory. An educated guess, hypothesis. However, one time I read this book from a guru. I think it was called The Science of Self-Realization, and it seemed like he wasn't able to counter the argument in the beginning. But then I kept reading and I was like, wow, I see what he's talking about. It's totally logical. The Darwinism is not factual. The only thing that's factual is the half-life dating. And now I've done a total 180. This is like the one thing that I openly said I was wrong. And here's the logic behind it. Now, the thing with the evolutionism versus creationism, the first issue is that the Hinduism is clearly accurate by estimating the solar system to be measured in certain specific billions of years old. While scientists confirm this, the reason is half-life dating is factual. It's not a belief, it's not a theory, but logical theory, but a fact. The problem is Darwinism says it was caused by a random incident, and species come and go randomly. Now the thing is, that's not a fact. I can't say it's a belief, it's just a theory, educated guess, which is in the middle. And Darwin himself said, to believe something like the eye was created with all its complexity through somehow randomly was absurd to the highest degree. Well, that shows that the Vedic concept of evolution, where God created a fixed number of species throughout the universe, and they're a fixed amount. When people are killed, sure. Maybe you could say that the environment weeds out the strong to survive and reproduce, something along those lines, while the unfit will not, and their genes will not be passed on, and then there's recombination, mutation, all that. That does not prove that it is caused randomly. Okay, and all species have death, but there's still a fixed amount. 8.4 million is the most logical. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of other arguments in the theory, like for example, what about the fossil record, right? Well, simply by digging for bones, that doesn't mean you can prove what species are or are not there at different time increments in any chronological order. Because in the Vedas they clearly mention human beings were always around, but they would burn the body after death. So where will any so-called scientist get the bones to prove, or fossils to prove, that there were or were not species there? Again, the Vedas have what's called reliability and validity. So in this not only is it a logical argument, although nothing can be proven 100%, it is kind of a belief because we weren't there, and we won't be around to see what happens to species. This logical and valid and reliable source is the one that must be held in highest regard. And secondly, the problem is people believe, well, Genesis or evolution, that's a false dilemma. No, because yes, Genesis and actually the whole Bible was only about 5,000 or 7,000 years if you go through the chronology. All that proves is that Christianity is one religion among many. Many religions come due to different situations people are under, which is what Hinduism says. And that doesn't mean because that one fact of the Earth being billions of years is right, that all of evolution is right. And because Genesis is not right in the dating, that all religions are wrong. No. It is wrong to say that Christianity is the only religion, and half-life dating is wrong, and the Earth is 7,000 years old. That is, I agree with, because that's fact. But otherwise, the Vedic concept of evolution is correct, that the soul evolved through different bodies, because your body is always changing. There's no one body. From the beginning, it's formed through matter, and then the matter is back into dust. It just starts to disintegrate. The only thing that's real is a soul that, like everything's a cycle, moves from a baby's body to a teenager to an old man to dust again, and then after that it gets another body, or at least until you realize the truth. But again, that's getting back to the religious post that I already made. And as long as you understand that there is a creator, controller, and destroyer, of a fixed number of species. None of this random chaos theory. That is the main point, basically. So yeah, thanks.